10 countries with the best education systems. The first PISA worldwide ranking took place in 2000. The PISA exams in reading, math and science takes place every 3 years in over 70 countries. PISA exams have no minimum or maximum. They are scaled, which results in most countries scoring 500 points and a deviation of about 100 points. PISA, the Program of International Students Assessments, has released its 2018 ranking list. The highly influential rankings allow countries to compare their performances in math, reading, and science to education systems around the world. More than 470,000 15-year-olds from the 70 countries write standardized tests administered by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development (OECD). The results are not holistic, however, and not all of the data is reported. Reading scores for Spain, for instance, were omitted after the OECD detected anomalies in response times. Regions like Taiwan and Hong Kong are ranked individually by PISA, thus altering the placements of independent countries. On this list, we used the PISA scores as well as referencing GDP data from the World Bank and the United Nations. Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau are included under China ranking, and the percentage of the population who on the pursue higher education is also factored. So, how did United States do? According to PISA ranking, the US ranked 25th overall, coming in 37th in the mathematics and 18th in the science, and just missing the top 10 in reading at 13th place. Spending about 4.9% of its GDP on education puts the US on par with Ireland and Poland, and above China, Singapore, and Japan, all of whom made it out to our list. Read on to discover which countries offer the best education systems. Number 10. Slovenia, nestled between Italy, Austria, and Croatia and Slovenia, outplaces all of its neighbors in reading, math, and science. Slovenians place a high emphasis on the value of education, dedicating not only 5.7% of its GDP to schooling, but also offering a tuition-free undergraduate degrees at state universities. As a result of this no tuition policy, 38% of 25 to 34-year-olds have post-secondary diploma, with 29% overall population completing post-high school studies. Ireland, despite a much lower GDP than its neighbor, the UK Ireland, dedicates 4.9% of its towards education. The return on this investment is evident in rapid gains in the PISA rankings, with Ireland ranking above the UK in overall scores. It's unsurprising that its highly literate population, 41% of whom have post-secondary diploma, continues to improve its education system, including the introduction of Gael schools, the state-funded language immersion schools that teach in traditional Irish language. Poland, like nearby Estonia, this former Soviet satellite, has been a shift in government spending since joining the EU in 2004. Today, Poland allocates 4.9% of its GDP towards education, bringing it on par with Ireland and above other countries on this list, such as China and Japan. Poland earned 10th place spot on the combined PISA games, and while 27th population holds college level diplomas. That number jumps to 43% when looking at 25 to 34 years olds. Finland has held a place in the top 10 PISA rankings for as long as the OECD has been compiling the data, famous for its no work and no